Spirits can accidentally be summoned into the physical world, and sometimes those entities are pure evil, with their only intent being to harm the living.
Paranormal Survivor, Season 4, Episode 1, Gay's Grueling Ghost.
It was an old farm. We are farmers. It sat in the middle of 200 acres. It was very isolated. One day, when I was about 12.
Gay! What? Gay, come play with me. Gay, come here. What do you want? Come play with me.
My sister, Gayle, brought home a spirit board. And I thought, it's not a good idea. I don't like them.
You ready?
And I could feel an odd energy that went through me when I touched it. I thought, that's just kind of an odd feeling.
I don't really want to do this.
Come on. Okay, are you ready?
Are there any ghosts in here?
We were kind of asking it questions like, well, what's going to happen next? Who's going to die next?
Who's gonna die next?
And I thought, how come it's not answering?
How did you do that?
I didn't do that.
There just went to goodbye.
Take it. I don't want it.
And she was just, I don't want to play with it anymore. And I thought, well, okay. And I had placed it on a dresser in my room.
The girls were finished with the spirit board, but the spirit board wasn't finished with them.
The next day, the planchette started moving on its own. And I walked over and it stopped. Just bam, no sliding, no nothing, just stopped dead in the board and didn't move. And I thought, well, why is it stopping? Put my hands on it and I asked it a question.
What do you want from me?
And it sat there and it did not move. It just got shaky. It starts spelling out this odd sentence. I, you, kill. It's threatening me.
Evil spirits can often lie in wait and wait to be invited into a home through a spirit board or other form of divination. And once they're there, they can then become stronger.
Soon, the activity in the house wasn't just confined to the spirit board.
My sister Gayle had woken up.
Gay! 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 It hurts!
All she said was, "Get up, my back hurts. Can you see what I did to it?"
It hurts!
And she had these 3 long scratches. Like something tried to grab your skin.
What?
I did connect her scratches to the spirit board. I thought it had done this, that it was angry at her, that she wasn't talking to it, or we were basically ignoring it. And it was willing to show her, I can do this. What are you going to do about it?
Terrified by the attack, Gay's sister decided to take drastic action.
She decided that she would burn the spirit board. And when it was gone, the house was a lot lighter. Much easier to breathe when you walked in.
Their relief did not last long.
I was cleaning up the last of the dishes. I was alone in the house that day, and this cup went flying right past me. I didn't see anyone that could have thrown it, and I remember thinking, oh, somebody whipped that at me. Bounced to the floor, and I thought, oh, it's going to be in pieces. And I picked it up, and I was looking at it. It should have cracks and everything. And didn't have anything on it. It was fine. And I thought, but it hit the wall so hard, it should be like in pieces. I thought that was downright strange.
And the eerie activity would only escalate into pure terror.
I had been sound asleep, deepest sleep I had ever had. And I remember trying to turn over, and I realized I was floating, and it felt like arms were holding me up. I was just terrified to be 8 to 9 inches above the bed. I was trying to, and I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't make any noise at all when I was floating. I could not yell. It's that sensation of somebody else has control of this, and I don't know who they are. I don't know why this is going on. And I was just suddenly dropped onto the bed. So I looked around.
"13-year-old Gay Calhoun and her 15-year-old sister had accidentally summoned a violent entity to their home, and now that spirit was intent on harming Gay.
There was this really dark shadow.
You can't be here! You can't be here!
And it had this odd grayness around it. And it would back up, and then it would slowly try to sneak back over towards me.
You can't be here! You can't be here!
And it was saying some odd things like, I was invited. I was asked. You owe me.
You owe me.
The only goal that a demonic spirit has is to wreak havoc on your life and ultimately just take your soul.
I went to my sister, and I was, hey, help.
Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us against the battle.
And she started praying. There was a thunderstorm. One of these flashes of lightning came into the room. It was like on fire. It was so bright. The dark shadow backed up, and then it started fighting it. The spirit hit the dark shadow. It was gone. It was good and gone. It did not come back. The other spirit stepped sideways and disappeared. This wasn't a dream. This wasn't something you dreamed up. This you actually saw.
Fearing for their safety,
Where's the problem?
the family called in a priest to cleanse the home.
And he did the living room, he did the bathroom, all the rooms in the house. He did them all. And he just kind of stopped. And he walked out rather quickly and he left sage to burn and said, use them. Believe me, use them. And when we did our own saging, all the activity stopped. It was quiet. There were no voices, there was no shadows, there was nothing moving. I believe that the paranormal activity was connected to our use of the spirit board. I think that that kind of opened everything up to something else that wasn't there before. If I'd known that it was actually going to cause what happened, or at least open a doorway that allowed something that wasn't part of our house in, I don't think I would have touched it. And I've had people try to coax me into doing it, and I'm just no, I don't want to.